Did Jack Daniels seriously just blow my mind? Alright, well today I am reviewing the newest releases of Jack Daniels 10 and Jack Daniels 12. Shout out to Jack Daniels for sending these to me to try. Got little sample jars, they're so cute. So what we've got right here, what I've got right here in front of me, is the Jack Daniels 10 Batch 3, which is 97 proof. And then I've got Jack Daniels 12 Batch 2, which is 107 proof. Alright, let's get into this. I'm gonna move the 12 aside for a second. Let's start off with the 10, and the retail price on the 10 comes in at $84.99. At the end, I'll tell you if I think that's a fair price for this, but let's get into what's in this glass. I am so excited. Cheers to you. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not hit that subscribe button yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these aged Jack Daniels products, and if you're trying to find this year's batches. All right, let's dive in. Here we go. On the nose. On the nose, this is so freaking phenomenal. This is like chocolatey, molasses, a light banana note, oaky, but it smells like if you, it's hard to explain this sometimes, like how something smells wet versus dry. But this smells like a wet, sweet, like if you had a barrel in front of you and the barrel had like some moisture inside of it, if it was still like a wet barrel from being dumped, that's what it reminds me of. I smell some char, some vanilla, but overall, the nose on this is so freaking good. So good. Let's taste it. Holy crap. This is phenomenal. So good. I will tell you that right before this, I tried this compared to batch 1 of the Jack 10 release, and this blew it out of the water. Like the batch 1 was not even in the same category. This is so, so good. I never actually tried batch 2 of the Jack 10, but batch 1 I have, like I just tried it, and this again just blew it out of the water. This is so good. The palate on this is very similar to the nose. It's very rich, it's oaky, it's sweet, it has like molasses and chocolate and just, it's really, really good. Let me take another sip here. I just really, really love that sweet vanilla oak that coats my tongue, and then that chocolate that comes through on the back of the palate. It's like this really nice milk chocolate, caramel, vanilla, a little bit of banana, but overall it's just this nice rich oakiness, and there's like these notes of cream soda that dance on your tongue that I really, really like. I think it has a fantastic finish. It's not overly oily, but it doesn't dry out your tongue. And if you've had like really oaky bourbons, it's oaky, but it's not over oaked, but you do get a slight, like a bitter cocoa note, just a little bit. Like there's like a mix of milk chocolate and then a little bit of bitter cocoa that come through on the very back end. But overall, this is a really, really fantastic whiskey. I always want to call it a bourbon, but this is Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey, baby, and it is fan-freaking-tastic. So let's go ahead. Let me tell you my score on this one. I'm going to give this one 4.25 corks out of 5. Really, really love this one. It's great, and it blew my mind. I was not expecting it to be this good. I don't know why. I liked the last Jack 10 that I had, which was batch 1, but I never really had batch 2. I think I might have tried a sample of it, but batch 3 of Jack Daniels 10 is one you've got to rush out and buy. It's a really good price when you consider 10-year-old whiskey. 10-year-old whiskey for under $100. Really freaking good. So shout out to Jack Daniels for that, because that is amazing. All right, now let's move on to the Jack 12. Here we go. We got the Jack Daniels 12. Now, if you didn't remember, the Jack Daniels 12 from last year, so batch 1, actually finished number 2 in my whiskey of the year. I freaking loved that. It was so good. So let's see if this one compares to that. Sometimes it's really hard to top something that good. So let's see if they can do it again. Here we go. On the nose. Oh, it's a nice, rich, sweet vanilla oakiness. Like a sweet vanilla oak. And I just splashed some on my nose. It's a nice sweet vanilla and oak, caramel, vanilla. It doesn't smell overly sweet, but it doesn't smell overly bitter either. It's a really nice balance on the nose. It does smell good. Not as much of like that rich chocolatey, like whatever pizzazz that I smelled on the tin. It's honestly, on the nose, it doesn't smell as good as the tin, but it still smells good, just not as good as the tin. Let's taste it. Well, that's nice. It actually tastes a lot sweeter than the tin to me. It's sweeter, more caramel. There's this really sweet tobacco note that I get that comes through mid-palate and kind of like lasts to the finish. The oak is not overly intense like I thought it would be for a 12-year-old whiskey, but it's there and it's apparent. It's just not as like rich and bold and in your face, but it is really, really good. Let me take another sip here. I do get that like cream soda tingliness. I always say that, and it's hard to explain to people what I mean when I say that, but if you've ever had a cream soda, there's a different tingle, like an effervescence that you get on your tongue from drinking cream soda that I get out of this, and I really, really like it. I just like that creamy, sweet vanilla oakiness, and that tobacco that comes through on this is really, really nice. It has a great finish, does not dry out the tongue. Really, really like it. It's not overly oily, it's not overly drying, it's just a really nice finish, and it's a really nice nose palette. So that's why I'm gonna give this one 4 corks out of 5. Yes, that is a lower score than the 10, but that 10 is freaking phenomenal. So let's talk about the price on this one. This one comes in at $94.99, so it's $10 more a bottle than the Jack 10. And it's still good. You're paying for 2 more years for $10. I think that's a great price. The value of these is great. Really, really great. So shout out to Jack Daniels for that. But there's one big problem. And now we can all say it together. We can all say this together. Limited. So good luck to all of us for finding it. We're all going to be out there racing for it because the Jack 10, amazing. The Jack 12, great. The prices at retail, fantastic. But on secondary, I'm sure they're going to go for a lot. So, anyhow, that's what I think of these. I'm so grateful to Jack Daniels for sending these to me to try. Now I'm going to be running out there with all of you to try to find one myself. So may the odds be ever in your favor. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm Dara, I'm your average drinker, and I'll see you next time.